So, Ma, one of the most frequently asked question is like, my baby is not eating. So, what should we feed our kids that we don't worry about nutrition much?
Okay, so I'll tell you, I have a lot of um, reservations about the way the whole food industry is tackling baby food. You know, baby food means it should be one mashed up mush which doesn't have any character. Maximum it will have a character of sweetness. It's a mush, you know, it's like a sticky stuff. So that means there is no roughage. See, we have to understand food as a science. If instead of all the other rubbish they teach in the textbooks and schools, if they taught us how our body really functions and what it is capable of absorbing and how, then things would be different. So in our body, we have, we know that there are these five basic food elements. There is carbohydrate, there is protein, then there is vitamins and minerals, and then we have the one thing which is, it comes last and it's least talked about. It's fiber. So if you see, say, a cow, the cow eats only grass. Where is the calcium in the grass? Where is the protein in the grass? It's not there. But the cow is able to manufacture protein-rich milk from the grass. That means within our body, there is the ability for a transfer of these four. That means you can convert carbohydrate into protein, and protein can somehow manufacture minerals, and minerals and vitamins will somehow come. There is a transaction between these four. It happens. It can be done. And the body is capable. It knows, the balance. But fiber, it can't manufacture. The only way it is going to get fiber is from outside. It has to be eaten as fiber. And this is where we miss out. All the nutrition, everything that you eat, if your body is incapable of absorption of these things, then there is no point in eating it. It becomes a burden. And when will it be in a position to absorb food? When the intestines are clean. And how to clean the intestine? Fiber. So like when I was young, my dad used to say this cluster beans, bhindi, bhindi is like what, vendaka, and any of these fibrous beans, sprouts, he used to make us eat sprouts. All these have fiber. Eat whole grain so that, you don't remove the fiber. Once you have the dal, it's just a mush. But the skin of the dal is where the fiber is. The skin of the rice is where the fiber is. You take wheat flour, you buy wheat flour, it has no fiber. You buy wheat and grind it into a flour, it has all the fiber. So we were very consciously doing this. My dad was like very conscious about these things. And he said, you have to have fiber. And he used to say, I used to say, no, I don't want to eat cluster beans. And he'd say, it's a jhadu, it's a broom of your intestines. You don't want to have clean intestines. So yeah, it should be clean, no? What is the point of cleaning the whole environment if inside it's dirty? You have to clean it. So that was the inspiration. Okay, yes, I have to clean it. It's a broom for my intestines. So all this fiber was given to us, and we were able to understand the value of these things, and we were eating it. Similarly with bitter foods, he would insist twice a week, my mother will make pagarkai, bitter gourd, and we were supposed to eat it. Bitter gourd. So, and he would say that, it's good to have bitter stuff. You should have bitter stuff. He'll bring neem leaves and he'll make us eat just the raw leaves. And at that time, it was a punishment. Like I used to keep, no, and I'll say, no. If you don't eat this, you don't get your food. So he used to force us. But later on, when I read more and more, I realized the value of the things that he was doing. And he was doing all that because he learned it from his mother. This was household, knowledge. This was household knowledge. And when I had a child, and my mom came here and she was like saying, no, don't give any food till she is 6 months. Nothing, don't give anything, just breast milk is enough. And I was just giving her breast milk. But she was a very funny child. Like she would not sleep throughout the day. She'd be very active. Full day she'll be like, very busy. Like whatever I'm doing, she has to be with me. So I used to actually tie her, like these Usi Karans, they all tie the baby like this. I didn't have a bag and all in those days, nothing was there. So I just tie her in my dupatta and she'll be hanging here. So when I'll be eating, she'll be right here. And I open my mouth to eat like this, and she'll also come with her mouth open. So I said, okay. So I completely reduced the spice in my food. I came down to just a basic salt and pepper. And whenever I used to eat, she used to open, I used to give her a little bit. Whatever I was eating, I used to give her a little bit. And slowly, as she started to sit up on her own, when I start to eat, she has to have a plate. I have to keep food for her, and she'll make a mess. But something like this, she'll do, and something will go inside. So I was actually responding to her, and she was actually copying me, right? So a child has to see his parents or her parents eat and enjoy the food. Most of the time, the child we feed separately. After the child is done, we eat. And there's always this thing that what is this guy eating and what am I eating? And then once it gets used to the sweet taste and there's no need to chew. You can just swallow it. Then later on we say the child doesn't chew, child doesn't eat. It's become lazy. It's just laziness. That's all. Anybody can just, that's all. They don't have to chew, right? So they become lazy basically. So this is the kind of level of laziness that we have brought into our children's lives just because we are ignorant. We don't understand the processes and this whole thing that it will get stuck in the child's mouth or whatever, in the throat. Doesn't work. Like rice, you just make it, a little soft and just give a little bit. Slowly I started giving her ragi kanji. And dip my finger in and I'll keep it near her mouth and she'll go yum, 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 yum. The fiber started going in. So by 3 months, she was having ragi kanji and she was having banana. And I told my mom, she was like, why are you giving her? I said, she's hungry, she's asking for it. What should I do? And she doesn't want milk. She wants to eat when I'm eating. So whatever was there, she started eating. So it was that easy, really speaking. And it was not like my first baby. All the kids, they never said no to food. Because food was always a family thing. We were all sitting together and we were all eating the same thing. And because the baby has to eat, so my husband likes little spicy stuff. So what I used to do is I used to make food, remove for the babies and for me, and then put the spice. So that for him it's that, and for us it's... Occasionally when they eat from his plate, they'll be like, no. But they know now that food is spicy, so all of us can, and I also like spice. My spice was green chili. I'll just chew the green chili. So that was okay for me. So similarly, whenever we are, engaging a child in food, if we make that a fun activity, that means if we are enjoying it, food, I'm eating, I'm eating with enjoyment and I'm eating with thankfulness and all that. When the child sees this, this is a good activity. But when I'm feeding the child, I'm saying, no, you have to eat. Come on, one more spoon. And I have this frown on my face and I have this face.
So many
It's not an enjoyable. It's not a fun activity anymore. It's not fun for you. It's not fun for the child.